Listo.
Okay.
What is the funniest movie you have ever watched?
The sweeper of Cantinflas is a very funny Mexican movie. Where the character has many fun adventures. And you, what is the funniest movie you have ever watched?
Mm, I would say Grown Ups because Adam Sandler with um, Kevin James is one of the funniest movies I've seen. Um, it it's about this high school basketball team that graduated and they're adults now, and they just have fun over the summer break with their kids and families. Who was the best
Okay.
teacher that you have ever had?
Um, Judith was the teacher of digital system. She is very good and explain very well. Um, do, um, do you think that uh, sorry, and who was the best teacher that you have ever had?
The best teacher I had, I would have to say, it was my high school math teacher, who was also our track coach for high school. Um, she was able to teach the math to the point where we could actually understand the concepts. And then she was also our best high school track coach before she retired. Um, do you think that computers will be smarter than humans one day?
Um, yes, currently we are saying that many human jobs have been replaced by programmed machines. Um, and do you think that computers will be smarter than humans one day?
Mm, there is a chance, but I don't think so because computers will tend to have errors and misfunctions. So the humans would have to be smarter, slightly smarter than the computers to be able to fix the problems, catch the mistake that the computer does in case it happens. So I don't. There is a chance that it could be smarter, but I doubt it. Who do you think
Okay.
is the greatest person in history?
Repeat to me, please.
Who do you think is the greatest person in history?
Um, the the greatest invention has been the internet because thanks to it we can have a communication and do various tasks. Um, in your opinion, what is the greatest invention of all times?
Who do you think is the greatest person?
Sorry.
Who do you think is the greatest person in history? Who's who do you think is the best person in history?
Okay.
It could be an actor, a politician.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Uh, it was Aristoteles. Since he left many teachings for humanity that are still present today. And you, who do you think is the greatest person in history?
Mm, I would have to say our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, for the reason why, because he was the one that stopped slavery back in the 1800s and also prevented the states from separating. And so I would think he is the greatest person in history, in my opinion. In your opinion, what is the greatest invention of all times?
Okay, yes. Um, Repeat. I don't.
What is the greatest invention?
Okay. Um, the greatest invention has been the internet because thanks to it we have communication and do various tasks. You, in your opinion, what is the greatest invention of all times?
Mm, I would have to say social media because it helps people to connect from different locations and stay in touch in case they're across the country. But also, social media has a downside because people tend to um, want to be how others see themselves when they don't have to be that way. So it's one of those pros and cons with social media. But I think it's one of the greatest inventions of our time because it helps connect people. What's the best dish you ever tasted?
Um, they are the hungry chilies, and they are very delicious, and they are a Mexican dish. And I like the tacos. Is a delicious food Mexican. Um, and you, what's the best dish you ever tasted?
The best dish I ever tasted, I would have to say this um, rice with chicken, but Cuban style, the, from Cuba. I would think that was the best dish I ever had. It had so much flavor and it's something different that I had before rather than having a Mexican dish or an American dish. It was something that I'd never tried before, which is Cuban food, which was actually pretty good. Um, what is the most beautiful place you ever been to?
¿Me escuchas?
Sí,
¿Qué pasó?
no sé. What is the most beautiful place you have ever been to?
In the forest of Michoacán. They are very beautiful with rivers and many animals. And there is a natural area of the monarch butterfly. More is very beautiful. Yeah. And you, what is the most beautiful place you ever been to?
Mm, I would say San Antonio because they have a river going through the city, and that river and that area around there is called the River Walk, and it's especially at night when the stars are out and they have like twinkly lights out turned on also. It's really beautiful. It's really nice. It's calm. It's refreshing because there's a river that you could just walk along, and it's one of the beautiful places I've been to.
Okay, more interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, finish.